guys? Guess what, guys? It's RichBoyTroy and I'm back with another banger, bro. Y'all already know what the freak it is. Y'all ready today's title of the video, so you already know what it is, man. So today, we about to be seeing about Emily coming to the reunion, y'all. I feel like the reunion gonna be the biggest thing. I want everybody there. I want everybody to attend. I feel like it's gonna be big. It's gonna be at the end of this month, but it's coming sooner than you think. September 26th. Save the date. Y'all, I'm ready for this. What you think, Mom, about her coming?
I don't think it's a good idea. The reason I don't think it's a good idea is because it's gonna make Emily bring up some old wounds inside of her where she's been upset over certain things that happened. I think that she shouldn't be in the reunion. She didn't even do much. It was just the beginning, and then there was a fight at my house, and then that was it. So she didn't play a part in the long term of the show, so she don't really. Plus Emily's trying to get on a different path, and we're, you know, as y'all know, I believe strongly in God, and we're trying to push Emily in a different direction and a different light. It's taking time, but you know, I believe with all that's going on, we have Bible study together and we do a lot of positive things together, and I'm hoping that we're trying to get her to, you know, stop drinking completely. And I feel like being on that show is going to spark rage in her and make her want to resort into something negative, and it's going to mess up what we've been working on so hard to clean up and change and bring positivity. What do you think?
Well, I think that she was at the beginning of the show. I feel like she played a major role at the beginning, being one of our hosts, and I feel like us just disregarding her, being like, oh, she didn't play that big of a role, would be disrespect, because it's gonna be like her role didn't even matter, like, in the show, and she don't gotta be there because she doesn't even matter. So I feel like that's why I feel like she should come.
I don't think she's gonna care about that role and what it mattered to it, because the role was not really, she tried to, well, she told me that it was supposed to be a Barbie thing where they were supposed to wear pink all through the show, and they were supposed to do content creation. She did tons of videos at the house, but they never were posted with the girls. And so she tried to do what the original thing was supposed to be about. And then it turned left with all the fighting and stuff, and the drinking and the alcohol on the scene. Alcohol brought into a situation causes so many issues. And I feel like Emily don't need to come because it just went left, and then, you know, she felt like, I feel like y'all need to have a relationship outside of this show. I feel like if y'all do something on stage that could make your relationship bad again, it's not going to be a good thing. Anything can happen on there where she can get into an argument because somebody's disrespecting her, and she has a hard time of just sitting there. And I'm working on that with her. But you can't take somebody and put them into the lion's den that's not fully developed in Christ and expect for them to just do well in that situation. She has to, the thing is when you're a host on a show, for one, you're not supposed to even be in the fights. And it should have been ran better, if you really want to ask my opinion. I feel like Yanni and Emily and you should have took better, proper lead in that show. None of you made camaraderie with them girls, except for when Emily was at that house, she did a little bit of it, but it wasn't organized. It wasn't, you know, Yanni kept running off and doing whatever she was doing, And then she, you know, I guess in the beginning she really was trying to work with them. But then at the end, I guess she said she gave up and she just took off. And then she left you, and then you was doing it. And it just, and then Emily ended up leaving in the beginning. So it's like those girls were stuck there basically by themselves to try to fend for, this is what I heard, you know, that they were stuck there basically by themselves to try to make content. And it was supposed to be a content show. And it ended up being a fight show. But I guess y'all got some footage because you're doing a
oh my god, y'all. I really just made $100 testing out 2 games. I mean, it took a little minute, but I really just made $100 testing out freaking games. Troy, come here. Look, I really just made this from testing out 2 games.
Bro, I told you, bro. You don't want to listen, bro. I got all the ways to make the money on, bro.
That's crazy.
I got all the ways to make the money on. And you said how many games you test out?
I only have to test out 2. I mean, it took a minute, but
She only tested out 2 games and already got $100.
That's crazy. I'm finna go test out some more games, so get on out of here.
Man, look, y'all. Y'all need to stop playing. Get you some money. Click that link in the description. Play you some games. Get you some money. Or you can scan this QR code. And it's that simple, bro. All you gotta do is literally play the games and make bread. That's it.
Reunion, right? So it did turn into a show. But at the end of the day, are you bringing these girls back to fight? Or are you bringing these girls back to do some content? Or are they coming to this show just to talk about it? What's the whole reunion about?
I feel like it's for them to talk about it. The reunion's for everybody to reunite.
Are they reuniting as friends, or are they reunited? You know, that's why I said Emily. You're so all the girls that were on the show. Emily only played a part in the beginning. Are the girls in the beginning that she played a part in coming?
No, she's not. Those girls aren't coming because they didn't make much of a statement throughout the show. But the fan favorites, will be there.
Well, that's your answer right there. Emily don't need to come because the girls in the beginning were there with Emily. If you think about it, Emily don't even know those other girls who came later. So that's your answer. Why is she coming? Because she doesn't play a role in the part with the girls at the end.
She will be coming to reunite with me and Yanni and have that sit down with Yanni and us reunite so everybody could see that on stage. That's the part that would be at the reunion.
Well, can't y'all reunite as family off camera and behind stage? Or y'all could do a sit down. You did a sit down with Emily. Now you and Yanni, and I feel like you did a sit down with Emily. If y'all really want to do one on camera with Yanni and Emily, y'all could do that separately. And then you and Yanni and Emily do one. But as far as Emily being on the show, I don't think it's going to bring, it serves no purpose because Emily's doing different stuff now. Her content and everything, and I'm trying to get her, I'm working hard on her. There's things that she's doing right now that I don't agree with, but I'm trying to get her into a better place. And the more she's in bad and chaotic environments, is the more it's gonna turn her in a bad direction. And she's been doing really good with exercising, eating healthy, trying to, and going to the Bible studies and trying to get focused on God and just bringing her to the show. I think that would be a negative thing for her and putting her in a situation where she would potentially get involved with something negative and it wouldn't, it would set her back.
Not really. I feel like if anything, it would definitely increase everybody's platform. Everybody's gonna be dressing formal. Even I already talked to her about it. I said once we all just, me, her, and Yanni, talk on stage and do the reuniting, I said she could just leave after that. Like, she don't have to stay for the whole show. And everybody's gonna be dressed nice and stuff like that. And it's gonna be a whole audience. So, and it can't be too much fighting, because really none, especially at the theater we're at. So,
I mean, it's like if everybody's dressed up and looking nice, I'm hoping these girls don't fight. It sounds like it's gonna be like a prom setting.
not a prom, it's a reunion.
But you said formal.
They're gonna be dressed nice. Man, Yanni, bro, Yanni, I know you mad about how the show going and stuff, but look, bro, I got something that's gonna cheer you up.
What?
You know, I'm always coming up with ways to make some money, but this is the best way to make some money. I ain't gonna lie, the easiest way to make some money. All you gotta do is play a game, bro. All you gotta do is play a game. Like, literally play games and you're gonna make bread.
Troy, this sounds like a scam. How are you making money from playing games?
What you mean? Bro, you know I'm not doing no scamming, bro. Look at this. Look at this. I already made $318.
Well, then show me how to do it.
I just sent you the link to where you gotta go. I sent you the link. Playing multiple games at once, guess what that does? That earns you more money. The more games, the more money. If y'all trying to make some money off playing games, all you gotta do is scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Also, if you make in-app purchases on the games, they reimburse you for them helping you level up and earn quicker, bro.
What the heck?
Yeah, so if I was you, I'd get to playing them games for real.
Oh, I'm finna start right now.
I'm talking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the games.
Oh, I'm starting
all the
right
games.
now.
You might as well turn into a gamer.
So you're saying you want Emily just to come and sit down with you and Yanni and talk in the beginning of it?
Yeah, I mean, Yanni don't have an issue with her. She even said she missed Yanni. And then we already had squashed whatever the hell we had. And then she don't know half the cast. So it's like, who would she be fighting? There would be no fighting. And if she feel like she would fight somebody, as soon as we finish talking about everything, she could just leave. Simple as that. She doesn't have no problem with nobody else would be on the stage. So I don't know.
Well, excuse me. Emily's a grown woman, but as for me, I would say it's a no. Because I feel like that's not a good, I just still feel like she, I just don't think that it's a benefit for her to do that. I feel like y'all should do that on your own terms and do it at another video. I would say, I mean, it's not me. Emily's a grown woman, but she has to make up her own mind, her own decisions. But I would say that everything that always starts and tries to come out nice, you know how it can turn. And it could turn bad. And everybody could be mad at each other again. It could turn left, where you and Yanni and Emily are angry at each other again because y'all sitting up there trying to squash this beef again on camera, when y'all need to sit down and do it behind scenes and do it off camera. You don't need a camera. This is family. You don't need a camera to getting some dresses and getting a tuxedo and sit up there on a dang stage and say, I love my sister and I love my baby mama and I love my sister-in-law. You don't need a camera. You could do that behind closed doors and really mean it and put God behind it. When you sit up there and you put that camera on them and you have all them people sitting up there and everybody, that brings tension and it's like it doesn't seem real. And it's like, what do you really want? Do you really want to squash the beef and love your family, or you want to put on a sideshow or a circus for these people? And you know, that's how I always felt about all this anyway, from the beginning. It's like, is this something sincere, or is it some kind of show that we putting on here? There's sometimes, now if you take some people and you say, look, I want y'all to get up here. I'm not talking about family, because this whole thing is about family that we talk about. I'm talking about those,
we don't know when Yanni said that she don't want to come back to Baton Rouge. So I don't know when. By the time the reunion come, you might as well could have just talked it out. Like, I don't know though.
Well, that's her decision. If she don't want to come back to Baton Rouge, she can stay in Houston, or where she's a grown woman, just like everybody else on that show. At the end of the day, Emily could go to Houston and go talk it out when we go visit Sahara or something like that. Whatever, you know. Did she say why she didn't want to come back to Baton Rouge? What happened in Baton Rouge? Is it something that you did? Who did something to her in Baton Rouge where she doesn't want to come back here?
I don't know when she wants to come back.
You said she didn't want to come back. So what happened to where she doesn't want to come back to Baton Rouge?
I don't know.
You have to know something. You can't just say.
I don't know. She probably just. I don't know, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Are you happy doing these shows? Are you happy doing this show, or is it something that stresses you out? Is this a good show?
It's not really something that stresses me out. I mean, we always...
Every time you talk about it, you look depressed.
I don't look depressed. It's just the fact of the matter, like people just be putting a 10 on a 2 and over exaggerate. Like, it's not finna be all that. Like, the maximum hours we got the venue is like 5 hours. So the event probably lasts an hour. After that hour, everybody just goes on about their life. It's like, it's not no longevity thing where it's gonna be prolonged.
What kind of questions are you asking these females during the show, or are they just gonna talk about? Do you think these questions are gonna incite fights, or do you think it's just gonna be like fun talks about great times that were on the show? Were there great times?
Yeah, they were great times.
They were great times. Okay. And there was no sad times?
I mean, yeah.
Did everybody feel like they were getting what they came for, or you feel like some of the people were mistreated by other females? You think people are coming for revenge fights?
I don't know what the questions are gonna be. I'm leaving that up to my host to ask.
You already got your host?
Yeah. I already got her. So, yeah, it's a female. I already got my host for the show. So, y'all stay tuned to see who it is.
Y'all check this out, though. Do y'all really comment down below? I don't feel like Emily needs to be at this reunion. So comment down below, and I know y'all like to see fights and stuff or whatever, but is that really what your parents want you to see, or your significant other, or somebody in your life? Like, what do you think is gonna benefit? I think if all these girls got together and they did something positive after this, that would be a great thing. Maybe if they could really get together and collab. But no one could stop somebody from fighting if they're really coming for that. Hey, I need you to go downstairs. Nobody could stop a fight if the reunion happens. But the thing about Emily, her being there is she serves no purpose for the host to ask her questions, because she wasn't there with the girls that actually were entangled and fighting and doing all that stuff. And I know Troy wants to do this show, but comment down below if you really think it would serve a purpose for Emily to be there when she wasn't there during all those other fights. We had a family fight here at the house, and that was it, that Emily was involved in. And it's like, I feel like us family need to work that out ourselves and not include social media. That's all I feel about it. I feel like the only fight Emily was really in, she argued with Yanni, argued with some other girls that weren't even on the show. And then we had a family fight here. We could do a video on that here at the house of everybody getting together, or go to wherever Yanni is. But as far as Emily being a part of that other stuff, she wasn't there. So yeah. The baby's screaming.
Oh. Alright, well, y'all stay tuned. We about to get Emily up here, and we gonna see how it goes.
Energy.
Y'all stay tuned. We finna get Emily up here. We about to see how this goes. It's finna get turned. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. I'm about to get Emily up here, and we about to see what she thinks about coming. Y'all comment down below if y'all want Emily at the reunion, and let me know what y'all think, bro. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. It's finna get turned.
You had both.